Hi everyone, I'm Lisa, the Linguistic Stitcher, and this is my Flosstube video number 4. Today is Friday. It's Good Friday here in Germany, which is a bank holiday, and I'm coming to you for the last time from my current apartment. I'm moving tomorrow, and that means I have to pack up all my stitchy stuff, so I thought I should make a video today to show you everything before I pack it into boxes and forget where it is. It's been a while since we last talked, right? It was like the beginning of February, I think. So it's time anyway. I don't have a lot of time today, so this is gonna be a quick video, hopefully. I have still have some work to do. I did not get everything done yesterday because of other work, whatever. I still have to pack my stuff and I still have to clean the whole apartment, which is hopefully not going to take that long because it's tiny. But yeah, that's never fun. Okay. This is also going to be the video, hopefully, where I learn how to properly edit videos and how to insert stuff, because I will have to insert stuff in here. Yeah, let's start with that. I have some finishes, some whips, some new starts. Oh, I have to get that. Yeah, and I bought some very Flosstube stuff. Yeah, okay, let's start with the finishes. When I last talked to you, I had just started the steampunk sea serpent pattern by Samsara Designs, and I loved it. I made this for my brother's birthday, which was last week. He hasn't gotten his present yet, but I finished the pattern. In fact, I did that within it only took me a week. I was stitching maniacally all week. And you may remember that I had planned to finish it into a pillow. I actually did that. For the first time I sewed something, it was a pillow and it turned out cool. So hopefully I will insert a picture here. We'll see how that works out. I'll give that to my brother on Sunday, and then maybe you will see a picture of him holding the pillow in my next video, because the pictures I've taken are not that great, to be honest. Yeah, but I really enjoyed this design. I can only encourage you to stitch this. It was a lot of fun. It looks super cool, even if you don't use the suggested colors the week Star Wars. I did this in random colors that I just matched to the picture that I had lying around. Turned out cool anyway. Okay, finish this. Oh yeah, I finished something else. The July design from the Joyful World Stitch Along by the Snowflower Diaries. This is July with the flamingos. I enjoyed this design quite a bit. You might remember me complaining about the white not showing up properly, and yeah, I was correct. You can't really see the legs of the flamingos. It's a bit better in person. And I had started this for the last video, and I was thinking out loud about how to stitch the flamingo chick, because it is charted in white, and I was worried about it not showing up. So what I did was I blended to what did I do? I used the lighter pink for one leg of the stitches and a pale gray for the other one. The right leg. I don't recall what it was. I think it was from the new DMCs. Yeah, I'm pleased with this. It's done 1/1 on 18 count linen in a cream color. I don't know what this is. I'm not a big fan of the fabric, but it is what it is. So those are my finishes. And since we're talking about Joyful World Stitch Along, I can show you another one of my starts, which I had hoped to have finished by today. By the time I was talking to you, I hope I will finish this today before I pack it away. Okay, so this is the March pattern from the Joyful World Stitch Along. A stork and a duckling, or yeah, not the baby chick. The white is showing up a lot better here, actually. Huh. I made so many mistakes with this stitching this. This is the same fabric, 18 count, cream, whatever, linen. And I have been going back and forth on using 1 strand or 2 strand with this fabric, because I'm usually not happy either way. So I started this 1/1. The frame's 1/1, and the water is 1/1, the greenery is 1/1. Yeah, then I packed it away for a bit, and then I took it out again. I was working in the meantime on something that's using 2/2. And then I picked this up again, and I started on some of the flowers. On this one is 1/1, and I started on the other ones. As you can see, they're not 1/1, they're 2/1. And then I started on this green leaf boat, and it's 2/1. And at some point, I was like, shoot, I started this 1/1. Then I decided I don't really care. Makes the flowers pop, makes the birds pop. I think you can see this so much better than the white on the flamingos. So I decided not to care. I miscounted somewhere. The stork is not where it's supposed to be, and the leaf is not where it's supposed to be, I think. I don't even care. I don't even care. So hopefully today I will finish all the flowers in here. I'll show you the pattern, because this is a free pattern by the Snowflower Diaries. You can download it on her website. So I'm nearly done. I'm done with the flowers on this side. Yeah, I need to fill in. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, I have to fill in the white, the middle of the white flower, and then there are some random flowers here, and of course March, which I usually stitch the name of the month last, but it's way easier to count off of this, to count to the flowers, counting off of this here. And oh yeah, the butterfly is still missing, and I need to put in the green in the border, which I detest. Okay, so that's the Joyful World Stitch Along. What else have I been working on? I have started And the forest grew. Finally. And in the 6 weeks that I don't know when I started this. Like, I think right after I finished editing my last video. I don't remember. But let me show you my progress. I'm really proud of this. How far I've come in such a short time. See, I've nearly finished the first 2 pages. Started in the bottom left corner, because that's what they suggest. Usually when I work on this, I aim for 1 big tree a night, and then some, I don't know, one of those baby trees or a bird or something. But usually I will stop or call it a night when I finished 1 tree like this or this. This is taking me forever. Stupid tree. This was a pain, a total pain to stitch this tree. I don't like this tree. But I really love those birds. They are cool. I'm stitching this 1/1 on 32 count cream linen by Zweigart. I forget what it's called, and with those pre-cut Zweigarts, they don't put the name of the fabric on the packaging for some reason. Yeah. But I do enjoy this quite a bit. I made a mistake in the mouse. Decided not to care. I changed some things. I changed the color of the rabbit. It was supposed to be this color, but I wanted a gray rabbit. I also, I'm not too fond of those backstitched birds. Those were charted in a pretty light brown, and it just wouldn't show up. And so I decided to put them in blue, because that looks cool. Those are 1/1. Those are backstitched with one strand floss, and those with 2. So those are skinny burps and fluffy burps, and yeah, they look pretty fluffy. I don't know what I think of. Maybe I'll take them out. I don't know. I miscounted somewhere here, I think. Oh no, I fixed it. I think I fixed it. Yeah. So what's going to happen next is, let me show you the design again. I've done all this. So next will be this tree and maybe this deer. Some baby trees are missing still, I think. Yeah, those baby trees. And then I'm going to go over here to page 3, and I'm not stitching the verse yet because I'm gonna change the words, and I have not yet decided what to. So that's gonna come last. So I think I'm gonna do the partial page 3. Then I'm gonna go down. Or maybe not. I was gonna say so I don't have to move the Q-snap, but I will have to take this piece of the Q-snap anyway for the move. So. But this is still, I think, this is what I want to do. I want to finish this partial page, and then I'm gonna do those down here because I really want to stitch this cute fox. We'll see how that goes. I have another start. Excuse me for just like 4 seconds. I'll have to get that. I already packed that away for the move for some reason. Because so tomorrow I'm gonna move, and then I'm gonna leave for my parents' house right away to spend a week in my parents. So I thought, yeah, well, if I want to take a stitchy project, I will have to put that away separately so it doesn't get lost somewhere in the move. I already did that. Stupid me. Didn't think of the video. Back again. Yeah, that's the right one. I started something else. So, since I'm now, well, unofficially part of the And the first grew stitch along, no hashtag because I'm not on Instagram, I decided to join another stitch along quietly and informally. That's the mushroom stitch along, made famous by Ginger Gerald Stitcher and Elena B. And I think it was on Elena B's video where she said that there's this free pattern by Gara with mushrooms. I'm like, oh, I really like those Gara patterns. I would not stitch them for myself, I guess. She's stitching a very pretty one for her friend, Elena, stitching one of them. And yeah, it doesn't hurt to have a look. And I looked and I thought it was so cool, so weird. I really adore it, and I started it. It's called the Mushroom Family Sampler. So, this is where I am. I'm nearly halfway done with the cross stitch. I had this fabric lying around. I have used this other pieces of the same fabric for other months of the Joyful World stitch along, or else I am planning to. I don't remember. I have this in this what's this, a pale dark green, if there's such a thing. I have this pattern. I have this fabric in a lilac color as well. So this is so cool. I'm still missing some colors, and I have not backstitched the glasses on Grandma Shroom and Grandpa Shroom, but I think it's just the right amount of whimsical for me. It's super fun. I stitched this 2/2. I have no idea what count this is. It's some kind of linen. Yeah, I don't know. I think this is 32 count as well. I had originally started this 1/1, but it was just too small and too crowded, and I did not like that. So then I switched to 2/2, and I'm living pretty dangerously here with the borders. I know. But this will fit. I have no idea what I'm going to do with this. Maybe put this up in my new kitchen, but I do enjoy it. So the thing with the colors is that the Mushroom Family Sampler is designed to be stitched in all, oh no, I forget, in some weird floss, Cosmos, I think. And I don't have Cosmos, I don't know where to get it, and I have no desire to purchase Cosmos floss. There is an online conversion chart for Cosmos and DMC, but the thing is, it's not a two-way thing. It's just all the DMC colors. I don't think, not even all the colors, and then they match to the Cosmos colors. So so this pattern calls for, let's say, Cosmos 105. I have to scan the whole thing to find, oh, Cosmos 105, and then see what DMC it matches to. It's tedious, and a lot of the colors that I needed here don't show up at all. I think it's oh no, it was not from the Aunt Tree. I forget. Yeah, it's the one chart that comes up when you Google Cosmos to DMC conversion chart. And I usually don't even work with DMC, I work with Anchor, so I have to tediously find the Cosmos in the DMC chart and then convert the DMC to Anchor. Yeah, that's not a lot of fun, and I wanted this to be fun, so I picked out some colors this way, and some others I just took from my stash. Those are no-name flosses. I don't know, for example, the red and this white. I don't know what, there is no, I don't even know. I don't know, man. Yeah. And what I'm going to do with the missing colors here, for example, for the blush in the cheeks or for the nose here, is the eyes. I'm going to stitch the whole thing up, and then I can see where the colors are missing, and then I'll match some colors to this. But I want to stitch everything else first, so I can see where exactly the holes are to be filled. Yeah, so once again, this is the Mushroom Family Sampler by Gara, exclamation point. This is a free pattern you can download online. I will link to that below, and I will insert here, hopefully, a picture of what it's supposed to look like when it's done, because I'm not gonna leave the frame again to look for the pattern in my backpack. Okay, so let me put that away. So that's a new start. 2 new starts, 3 new starts, well, since we last talked. Then I purchased some more things, which I already. Okay, first thing, this is going to be complicated. Okay, so I was watching Flosstube one day, like you do, and I don't remember whom I was watching, but she said that she had just found this cool Etsy store, The Good Housewife, and I have, of course, heard about The Good Housewife because everyone's talking about her and the re-release patterns. I've seen quite a lot of them in a lot of channels, on a lot of channels. So this person said that, oh, she loved them, all the patterns, but they were out of print again. And I was like, what? No. And have been pondering, should I get Ida May Crow and Ira Ray Crow, or should I not? And when she said that they were out of print and she couldn't find them on Etsy anymore, I was like, okay, I've got to check. I do want those birds. I want those birds. And yeah, they were available on Etsy, so I bought them, of course. And I have no idea when I'm going to stitch them and what to do with them. But, you know, birds dressed in like 19th century fancy clothes are just the right amount of whimsical, just like the mushroom family with the glasses and stuff. Yeah, I'm totally sold on Ida May. I think I just bought Ira Ray to have both the pieces together. So why would you have just one fancy crow? You need them both. They're a couple. I may insert a picture here of what they look like if you have not seen Ida May Crow and Ira Ray Crow before, which I doubt because everyone's talking about them. Yeah, I love them. And then I bought a Hade. Yeah, I know. I said in my last video that I was not going to do that, but of course I went and got it. That's the curse of saying you won't ever do something. But they had a sale. Everything was like 30% off. And I saw someone on the Stitch Mania Facebook group, I think, posting a whip picture of a Hade that's a space picture. And I didn't know that Hade sold those kind of pictures. I associate Hade with, you know, typical Hades, like reproductions of kitschy paintings and like fairies and stuff. Sorry, excuse me. But then I realized that they also offer space patterns, and I have... sorry, that's weird. I have stitched a space pattern before, and I told you then that this was kind of a test to see if I would ever want to purchase a big space pattern. And I have decided for like $5, yes, I am gonna buy this super cool space pattern. They have a few different at Hade, and I picked the Magellanic Cloud one, and I bought the mini small version. Here it isn't black and white, of course this is black and white. It's gonna look super cool with all the different colors. And the mini small is still 250 by 250 in stitches, which is supposed to come out as 10 by 10 inches on 25 count fabric. This contains 990 colors. If I can find, I may insert a picture here of what this is supposed to look like in color. Because this is strikingly beautiful, and this is one of those, you know, usually I pretty often buy patterns without knowing what to do with them. It's not that often that I buy a pattern or start a new cross stitch and know exactly what to do with it, but this was something I saw and I was like, yeah, I can see that hanging on my wall. I'm not a big hang huge pictures or hang huge cross stitches on your wall type of person, but this I would totally put on my wall. So I'm gonna do this for myself, and I have had the urge to start it, but I'm not starting it. I don't need more than one BAP in my life. So I decided that I can only start the Magellanic Cloud when I have finished And the Forest Grew, because I just don't need so many big projects that take a lot of floss. We'll see how that goes. I think I'm aiming to have And the Forest Grew finished by my birthday, which is at the beginning of August. I don't know if that's realistic, but I would like to have the Magellanic Cloud as my birthday start, I guess. That would be super cool. Okay, then I have the charts for my Just Another Button company purchases have arrived, but I can show them to you because they're in a box somewhere. I forgot to bring them. Yeah, I'll show them to you next time. Then I got on another bandwagon. Everyone was talking about this cool online cross-stitch magazine, The Gift of Stitching. They were going out of business, and you could buy the issues for $1 each or €1 each, I don't know, on Etsy. So I had a look. It was super overwhelming. I didn't know what to get, so I got one issue. It was not just one back, right? It was 3 or $2.50. I don't know. It was super low price. Issue 17, June 2007, and I have printed out the pattern that I would like to stitch. This is it, double Dutch. I really like this. The colors are so vibrant. I love them. So I am not gonna stitch the whole sampler. I don't really know what I am going to stitch from this. I thought I would stitch, for example, the centerpiece, and this would make a great biscornu, I think. Or maybe I'll just skip the letters and put the border down here, and then I'll have this square. That will be cool also. Yeah, I don't know. I wanted to buy this as long as they were still in business. I think the Etsy store has closed now. I don't know. Okay, that is everything, I guess. Is there anything more? No. So that's everything for today, stitchy-wise. I have one shout out. I have been really enjoying the McMom Stitcher. Oh, I hope I said that right. She's super cool. Love her. She stitches cool stuff. Her wife also cross stitches. So last video she showed some of her wife's cross stitching as well. And she's also a knitter, and she designs knitting patterns. So if you're into that, have a look at the McMom Stitcher. What else? Yeah, I think that's it. Oh, the podcast I'm gonna tell you about today is also language related. It's not as much linguistics related as Lingthusiasm, which I told you about last time. This is probably my favorite language podcast, I guess. The Illusionist, it is called. The host is Helen Saltzman, and it's super fun. She has a great humor. She has such a nice voice. I just love listening to Helen. And the episodes are 20 minutes long, approximately, and she talks about language-related things. Every episode is about one specific thing, and they're more or less linguistic. Like the last episode is a crossover episode with another podcast, Ear Hustle. So it's about prison slang. There was an episode about how swearing is good for you, or about how, let's see, oh, I love them just all, about the different usage of please. I think it was please, not thank you. One of those in Great Britain and the US, which was super cool. And I don't know, she makes everything just sound so much fun, and it is. super interesting, even if you don't know about linguistics, but if you are interested in language at all, I highly recommend this podcast, which I will link below. All right, that's it for me. I have got to get to work and then pack my boxes, clean my room, fold my laundry, whatever. I hope I can get this up by tonight, or else it will have to wait till like Monday, I think, because I don't have Wi-Fi yet in the new home. All right, see you next time. Bye.